All right, we are live, Miss Doula. We are live, we are live, we are live. What's your Cash App?
DORKASOUL.
Peace, 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 everybody. Peace to Legend Archer. I'm just setting everything up, guys. Bear with me. But get your questions ready. We're going to be on for about an hour. All right, I see y'all coming in the building, trying to get these readings. All right. I appreciate y'all. If you are here, please hit that like button. I'm just going to pin two things. These Cash Apps. Business. Bear with me, y'all. So what we're going to do, guys, guys and gals, ladies and gents, gods and goddesses, we are going to do some readings for y'all. Miss Psuche Soul, you guys may have seen her in my ads. She's a good friend of mine, very powerful magician as well, very powerful reader. I am honored to have her here.
Thank you.
Say what's up to the people.
Hi, everybody.
Let the people know. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Let the people know where you're from. I mean, what you do, what your specialty is, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, I'm a hoodoo practitioner. I practice magic. I've been practicing magic since about 2006. And my specialty is, I don't really think of it like a specialty, but I practice hoodoo. Hoodoo, conjure, root working.
Perfect, excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And my tool, my preference, the tool that I use for divination is tarot.
Excellent, excellent. All right. So, guys, I'm going to be looking, pulling up something now. I'm going to be looking to see what you guys' questions are. So if you have any questions, you want to know what's going on, you want to get a reading, you want to see what your future is, you want to see what's up with your baby daddy, your baby mama, you want to see what's up with your relationships, you want to see what you should be doing for the future, right? What you should work on for this full moon. What type of traits and attributes you should be working on? What type of fears are they that you need to overcome? What type of things do you need to take into this new journey? The full moon of Scorpio is tomorrow. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. I also have Michael Bell tomorrow, another guest I'm excited about. We're going to be talking about Doctor Strange too. So we're going to be delving into that. And then I'm going to do another video for you guys where I talk about the full moon in Scorpio, give you guys a little ritual you could do. Also just explain what's going on. It's a super moon, a lunar eclipse. So we'll dive deeper into that. But tonight, just want to do some readings for you guys. Like I said, we are going to be on as long as you guys want us, and as long as, you guys have questions. So this is really kind of a gift to the family. If you guys want to donate, the Cash Apps are there, all right? So let's start it off. Let me see if any questions are here. You guys have questions. All right. Well, there's no questions so far. So we'll wait to see if anybody has any questions.
Okay.
I guess we could see, let's do, I'm going to do a group reading. I'm going to use the metal. Let's do a group reading, basically for the collective.
Okay.
What the collective is looking like. What is a good, what do you think is a good question, Psuche? What do you think is a good question? Peace, legend. Yes.
I don't know.
23rd.
I don't know what's a good question.
All right, so legend, what's a good question we should ask since you in the chat? What do you think is a good question? What do you want to know? What do you want to know? What can we tell you? Or anybody, you could come in. What do you want to know? What ideas do you have? You know what? Let's do an overall reading for what we should work on as a collective for tomorrow. What we should work on as a collective. We started off like that. What'd you think about that, Psuche?
I like it.
All right. So I'm gonna do it.
You mean like spell work?
Not really spell work, kind of just like
in general.
Yeah, just a general overall, you know. I'm gonna do a quick 2 cards, let you handle the bulk of it.
Okay. So my first card is the emergent one.
Okay.
And this is dealing with like just not knowing. It's the not knowing of like progressing, but not knowing, but progressing anyway. Okay, and the emergent one also is it's like third eye energy as well. So after that is the little gourd, my little gourd, and then I have the 8 of gourds. This is like a breakup card or ending card or something being over done with. And the little gourd is like intuition. It's intuition, insight, and enlightenment. So I think that's like just trying to level up, you know, like your intuition, trying to level up emotionally is what I'm feeling in this card is like emotional, like being aware of your emotions. And then also like, even though you have a not knowing, but you proceed anyway, even though you don't have a knowing, as far as, you know, without magic or without using your intuition, we don't know what the future holds. It's just, we just go forward anyway without knowing. And then this is enlightenment and intuition. So that makes sense that I would pull that before this card. So I think this is more like enlightenment and like third eye energy and just like leveling up. I think that's what my deck is trying to say.
That's deep. So basically, we should be looking to be more intuitive tomorrow.
Yes.
And really tap into source energy, tap into that God force within us. Tap into spirit. Yeah. So let's see, what do I have? Okay, so this is the Oracle deck. So the first card, so these is basically, so how this deck works is this is basically situation and outcome. So the first card, this is really about people not tomorrow, people are really not going to be, for the collective, this is saying that majority of people are not going to be tapped into, as you were talking about, intuition. This is an Orset card. And Orset is all about intuition. This is all about tapping into the spirit. As you see, she is feeding Heru, right? So it's all about you getting nourished by the spirit. In the Egyptian / Kemetic mystery school system, Orset is the first deity or the first house of worship that you would step into, because it's really about you being devoted to becoming a god or seer, but you first have to get fed to become a Peru, which is a sun, right? You have to become a sun before you could become a star, before you could become a galaxy, right? So this is all about what you were saying. It's the same theme, tapping into to intuition, and basically saying that the collective is not going to be tapping into intuition. However, for those that are not going to be tapping into intuition, this card is Heraclehuti. So Osset would be your Yemaya. For those who are in the Yoruba or Ifa system, this would be your Yemaya. This would also be your Isis. This Heraclehuti would be your Ogun energy. And basically this deals with justice. So this is saying that there will be a need for people to understand what true justice is. And there will be things that come in place in people's lives dealing with their intuition that will bring forth justice. Justice is a big theme right now, as you see a lot of people, the whole YSL Young Thug situation where they're getting locked up. There's justice with a lot of people who, right or wrong, have been fraud in the community, so to speak, spiritual frauds and things like that. We know about the death of Kevin Samuels, right? He was saying a lot of toxic things, although he said things that made sense. A lot of things that were coming out the way he was delivering was toxic, right? So the justice card is showing that this is going to be at play. So look out for this, and look out for people so-called getting their just due, right? That's going to be a main theme that's happening, and it's a theme that's happening already, all right? So look out for that. And it's basic. So that's basically what it's saying, that the collective is going to be asleep at the wheel, so to speak.
I can believe that.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I got the Hermit reverse, which is saying the same thing. All right, that intuition. Hermit is about going within, tapping within yourself, being within yourself. So this is reversed. So the collective is asleep at the wheel for the most part, right? And the same thing with the justice card is reversed as well, right? So these themes are showing up on both readings. So it's not like, I didn't make this up. I just pulled the cards just like she did. So you really want to tap into how you've been treating people, how you have, not as far as a karmic way, but again, we're trying to be the God within ourselves, right? The energy that you put out affects the planet. The energy that you put out affects others, right? If you have a plant, right? I remember before I had a plant, right? And I thought as a kid, you could just pee in a plant. It's water. You know what I'm saying? So you could just pee in the plant and the plant is going to be all right. It's water. Well, I quickly learned, right? And my mom's bust my ass for it, but I quickly learned that because she was like, I don't know what's going on with my parents. Like I killed like 3 plants. I'm peeing in the plants. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I killed like 3 plants. And she was like, you can't do this, right? You can't put urine in a plant. You know, water to grow, right? That's what they need. So what are you giving to the people around you, to your children, to your family, to the people that you're around? Are you envious? You know what I'm saying? Are you a hater, right? Are you a person that puts people down? Are you a person that has negative energy, right? Right now, the planet is basically coming to collect, so to speak. And it's evident with all these things that have been happening in the news. They just had a shooting today in Buffalo, New York. Again, I'm not saying that, I'm not talking about karma as it's shown in other spiritual circles. I'm more so talking about that the energy that you're putting out, there has to be this, again, it's just like the urine in the plant, right? If you're putting the wrong energy out, right, you're going to kill things around you. You're going to cause chaos. You're going to cause problems for others, right? And my mama always said, if 3 women hate you, you're going to have bad luck. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that to be true, right? People that hate you, they're basically projecting negative energy onto you because they're thinking about you in a negative way. And one thing's for sure, 2 things for certain, we are all connected via invisible cord. So that's just one for the collective. And I think it goes along with your theme. So in order to reverse these things, right, we have to really start tomorrow. You really want to start looking within, write some things down, see where you have been going off path with when others see in ways where you have been unjust with others, it might be time to do some apology. Scorpio is all about deep digging. It's all about the depths. It's all about depth. It's all about transformation. Are you following your inner heart's desire as well, right? So Orset is all about that. The Hermit is all about that. Are you being, we also, the Sun is in Taurus, so are you, well, I don't want to get into my lecture, but are you tapping into your inner self? Is really what this is about, your meditative self, your spiritual self, right? Are you raising your Kundalini and your Ra on a consistent basis? Is this part of your lifestyle, or you're just trying to be the smartest person on the planet, right? And be able to out-articulate anyone, right? And this is saying that this is not the time for that, right? This is not the time to be the smartest person in the world. This is the time to be the most spiritual and the most high within yourself. Or
Absolutely.
There's going to be backlash. You're going to get that scorpion sting, so to speak.
Absolutely.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then speaking about chaos too, like, I think it's important to mention as well that it's not just chaos, but controlled chaos. Okay, because some chaos is necessary, and just like you were just saying, it's a time and place for everything. So, so the control of chaos, because we are all chaotic. There are points when we are all in our chaos, and it is important, like especially now, like you were saying, to make those things right. Like if you have been chaotic or you have been experiencing some chaos, to try to start controlling all of that and get the control over your chaos, because that's very important. Not just in a personal perspective, but as for like your situation, period, like in your environment and your circumstances, it's a point where you have to control your chaos, because if you're just being chaotic, then you can destroy everything that's around you, including yourself. Exactly. And then that's when you have to be careful, like, how are you talking to your kids? And you have to be careful, how are you talking to your spouse or your partner? Like, control the chaos. It's necessary, but it's a time and a place for it. It's not always proper to just act out in chaos, especially with magic too as well. In magic too, you have to learn how to control your chaos. Otherwise, you can get into an energy where you're doing certain types of magic, and because you're so chaotic, the magic comes back to you, but it doesn't come back to you the way that you want it to come back to you. It comes back to you chaotic, just like the same energy and vibration that you're operating on when you put the magic out. So I think that's important too. Yeah. And then, like, anytime that we're dealing with the moon, we're dealing with the emotions too. And it makes sense that I got this card, because this card is all about emotions. Okay. And I feel like that is a big part of all of this too. It's just being able to tap into your emotions, understanding how the emotions are an important part of the process, because a lot of people don't understand that.
Definitely. And if you look also at this Orset card, it's about the moon, like you were saying. So so both of our readings are lining up with each other, about controlling the chaos, like you said, and controlling the emotions. Like I told you after you guys' last video, the emotions are that's what your spirit is, right? If you are a person who's negative, if you're a person who's critical, if you're a person who's not optimistic, cynical, that's who you are. Your emotions is your spirit. When you say you are spiritual, that's how I know what your spirituality is, by the emotions that you convey on a day-to-day basis, right? So there's going to be a lot of clashes the next couple of days with this new moon. There's already chaos, as she was saying. Again, we just had a mass shooting in Buffalo, New York. 10 people got shot. So there's going to be people that have tuned into that, and focusing on that, and because they say it was a white supremacist. They always do these type of things right before a full moon or some type of eclipse. Always these type of chaotic things to keep, especially melanated beings, to keep their attention on something else. So be mindful that you're focused on yourself and focusing on not just outside justice as well, but justice within yourself. Are you being just to yourself? You know what I'm saying? Are you taking care of yourself? You know what I'm saying? Are you eating right? Like, are you taking time to be healthy? Are you taking time to study? Are you taking time to be the best version of yourself? Are you being just with yourself? So yeah, somebody had a question. I don't want to, so let me see. Mocha Bliss. All right, so we're gonna get to you. So you could take this, Psuche. She said, what do you see for the Black family and relationships with Black men and women going forward? All right, so she said, what do you see for the Black family and relationships with Black men and women going forward? Yeah, it's a pretty chaotic thing right now. I was listening to Kendrick's album on my way back from the gym, and he had like this this song where basically the woman and the man were just going at each other like F you, F you, F you. And it was like very reminiscent of what's been happening in, I would say, popular internet culture with the rise of Kevin Samuels and the manosphere and the dating coaches and Cynthia G and the women's side, these different coaches, so-called coaches out here. So that's a great question. So I'll let you go first, Psuche, while I shuffle my joints.
Okay, so first I want to just say, like, I'm not like in the social media. Like, I don't expose myself to a lot of it. So like all of the things that you're just saying, like I'm really not familiar with any of that, the names and all of that, because I don't do that. Not to say that it's not important, but I don't expose myself to that type of social media. As far as the relationship between the Black man and the Black woman, I've got the Hermit card first. The Hermit card is it's kind of like a loner card. Okay, it's kind of like a loner card. And then this card is more so like a seed being sown, okay, and then harvesting that seed that's been sown. I'm gonna just go through what I pulled, and then I'm gonna explain like what I see. And then this card is it's like finding a balance, okay. So, and then this last card is more so like it's more so like a sacral chakra type of energy. Okay, so I feel like that what I see in this is it's kind of like the journey, okay, and coming out of a journey of being separated or being alone. I feel like that the Black man and the Black woman is coming back together. The more that we have things like what we're doing right now, like to be able to have these platforms where we are teachers and we're being able to teach and speak to people and things. I feel like we have a long way to go, but my opinion, what I feel like with the Black man and the Black woman, like I don't see. This one is kind of a challenge for me because like I don't visualize a problem with the Black man and the Black woman together, because all of the Black men that's in my life, I have a good relationship with. So in my reality, it's not a real problem because I'm basing it off my personal experience. And like I said, I'm not exposed to what's going on in the social media. So in my world, it's not a real problem between the two. It's not I don't know how to say, like, it's not anything that needs to be fixed. I feel like in my reality, the Black woman and the Black man has a decent relationship, has a pretty solid relationship. But I feel like in my cards is saying that this is a seed being sown. So I think that what it's saying is that it's a lot of work that's been put into rebuilding and healing the relationship between the Black family. And I feel like that it's that seed that's been sown, it is now coming into fruition, like being able to reap what's been sown on all of the work that's been put into reconnecting and rekindling and also rebuilding the Black family and the Black relationship, okay? And finding the balance too. I feel like it's a balance between the Black man and the Black woman, and we have to find that balance. So this is what I see in my cards. And then also healing. This is a healing card, and this real more so is in the sacral chakra, where you find how you deal in relationships, like how do you work in relationships, which is the relationship we're talking about between the Black man and the Black woman. So altogether, I feel like that it's been a journey, but I feel like that we are now reaping what we have sown, as far as all of the work that's been put into rebuilding and getting back the Black family and the Black union. That's what I see. And I think this may be a little bit based on my own judgment. Like I said, I'm not exposed to what's going on in the social media. I mean, I'm just really not. So I don't know.
Just in general. That's in general. I just brought that up because that's, things I'm seeing. But yeah, your perspective is your perspective.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think, and I got on the tarot, I got the Empress Upright, right? So we're dealing with, growth. We're dealing with, this is a marriage card, but this is also a card of security, stability. But we're also dealing with this particular card, if you see, right, this is kind of being laissez-faire. She's chilling, she's relaxed, right? But she's royal, She got her little smoke going on in the air, right? She's doing her thing. She might be smoking some reefer, right? as the old school people call it, right? She's doing her thing. So this is really about this is situation. So the situation right now is that people are not really doing the work. You know what I'm saying? They're not really tapped into their inner self. They're not really tapped into the Empress part of themselves or the highest part of themselves or their secure part of themselves in order for this fruitfulness or this marriage to happen. But I feel like, and this is just my interpretation of this, the Eight of Swords, right, is where there is a way out. There is a way out, but the way out is in. As I've taught y'all over the time, whenever you see water, right, even if you watch Doctor Strange 2, you'll see where Wanda had to get out of a certain situation, the Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, and she had to see herself as water in order to penetrate a part of bondage. So this is kind of the visual representation of that, this Eight of Swords. And so really a lot of this so-called gender war is perception-based. And the future for the Black family, until they go in, right, until they tap into that Empress energy, it's available, right? If they relax and go within and tap, whenever you see a woman, you're dealing with womb energy, you're dealing with dark matter, you're dealing with dark energy, you're dealing with chaos, as Dorcas was talking about, and you're dealing with the inner self, right? So this card is basically saying that until that happens, there's going to be people that think that there's swords and limits around them, right? Where they can't get away. Also on the Oracle deck, this card is basically Osir. Osir would be Osiris. Osiris would be Obatala. If you notice the colors, if you study the Yoruba or the Loa, you will see that it's the same colors. Obatala has the same colors as Osir, right? And you've also seen the Pope with the hat that looks like this. So this is about balance, ultimately, the red and the blue, right? I'm not going to go into all the symbolism, but this card is saying that, again, we have to get into balance with each other, right? We have to become one. The right hemisphere of the brain is feminine. The left hemisphere of the brain is masculine. We need that right hemisphere of the woman that is emotional, visual, imaginative, right? Those type of things, but we also need the left hemisphere of the brain, which is masculine, which is logical, reasoning, critical thinking, those type of things, right? Now, it's not to say that some men are more on the right hemisphere based, some women are more left hemisphere based, right? But we need to, in our relationships, learn what our strengths are and come together, right? Come together. Like this red is basically an aggressive masculine force, and this blue is a feminine receiving force, right? So it's really about us getting to balance. And the second card, and it's saying, again, this Empress card and this card as the first card is saying the same thing, right? It's saying that once we realize our highest self and realize our Empress part, because this is a king, right? And this is a queen, an empress, right? So we're saying the same thing. Once we realize the greatness in ourselves and the greatness in what we are, we will attract people that meet our needs. We will attract the people that we want to be in the Black community. But as long as we still, and here's the same justice card again, as long as we still are not focusing, you know, it's like these things, the same themes are popping up. If we are focused on the swords, you know, we won't see the water. If we're focused on what's wrong, we won't see a way out. And that's what's happening right now. But it can, once we come into our true self and our true nature and become balanced, you know, and work on, you know, there's some men that don't tap into their emotions and don't tap into their feelings and they're not vulnerable at all. And there's some women that are not accountable. They don't want to think, they just want to feel and they just want to be emotional, right? So once we come into the part to where we are balancing on our own through our study, through our meditations, through our research, through our ritual, through our spiritual work, we're coming to a state of balance, right? We're coming to a state of being in tune with who and what we truly are within, not if we have big muscles, not if we have the best baby hair on our face, not if we have the biggest booty and the biggest breast and the biggest titties, not if we have 6 figures, right? Or all out those external things, but who we truly are within, what makes us within really shine. And once we get to that, but that option is there, it's just the perception is right now, it's not that way. But like Dorcas said, you know, she don't have those problems, you know what I'm saying? I don't have those problems in my life either, you know, but overall, the outside world is really a sense of perception. Everyone is pointing the finger at each other, you know, and that's really the problem. You got to go within to see without. Everything starts from within, including you. You came from the womb. So you got to go within to come out, right? Every element in our body came from outer space first. We made of stardust. So we have to go within to come out. And going within is kind of a catchphrase. People talk about it all the time. What do I mean by going in? One is studying, getting yourself to a mindset to where you understand where you're trying to go and what you're trying to be and becoming a God body. The second is your visualization. How do you see yourself? How do you perceive yourself? How do you perceive yourself? How do you talk yourself? How do you talk to yourself, right? These things are factored in. And then what type of life are you actually living, right? Because anybody can know anything, but are you getting this knowledge? Are you learning these things, right? Are you seeing these things and actually taking steps to make them happen, right? And once more of us really start to do that on a sincere basis, then you'll see the relationship thing change. But right now, no, because people are not looking at themselves or their higher self. They're busy pointing the finger. And that's what the whole 8 of Swords. I don't know if that's, you're more of a master.
And accountability, like you said.
More of a master of the tarot than me. What do you see anything in that Empress and 8 of Swords?
And accountability, like you were saying. Mm-hmm. The accountability is the big part. So I agree.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. All right. The journal asked, Peace, Davion. The journal asks, what would it be that I should focus on tomorrow? All right, the journal. Let's see. If you guys have questions, get them in. We'll probably do 1 or 2 more and then we out. But I'll let you go, Dorka, once you got it. I mean, Psuche, once you got it. Yeah, Davion, you can ask a question. Yeah, that's all we here, man. We ain't here for play. I could be watching the rest.
The first part that I see is
here for y'all. Here for y'all. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. We're ready. Mm-hmm.
So the first card I see is the Strength card for you, and it's going to be focusing on your strengths and those things that you know how to do, those things, instead of like what's coming to me now is like constantly studying and constantly practicing on something that you already have pretty much gotten down pat. So I read something in a book by Goddard, that he said that to constantly keep studying something that you've already perfected causes confusion. And that's what I feel in you right now, is confusion about something that you're constantly studying. Like you keep studying it, you keep practicing it, you keep trying to get it to a science when you pretty much already gotten into a science. So focusing on those things that are already your strengths. And then also I have the young blade, and the young blade can sometimes be an upsetting card, but that's just the way that it's a way you're set in a way, and this is just your way and how you are about you. And the moon card is like, I don't feel, even though the moon card deals with emotion, I feel this is more so attracting, like paying attention to those things that you're attracting to yourself, maybe your affirmations or your prayers, or what are you saying about yourself, or what are you saying to yourself in your head. The last card I have for you is, this is an ancestral card. So in me looking at all the cards together, I would say that for you to focus on ancestral work, okay, dealing with your ancestors and dealing with your ancestry, okay. And I'm feeling this on the right side of my body, and that's normally when I get the mother side energy on the right side of my body. So this ancestral is picking up on the right side of your body. So it's something dealing with your mother or your mother side of the family. And that's what I have. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. That's my fault. Hold on 1 second. Oh, I messed up. All right, let me do this. All right, so here's what I got for you. The journal. Pretty similar, right? I have this deity is called Sebek. A lot of y'all would say this is Anubis. In Kemet, they classified, or Egypt, they classified different deities by different things. So even though this looks like Anubis is a jackal, Sebek is a dog. Sebek is also visualized as a crocodile. But for this deck, we're using them as a dog. Now, the reason they use the dog, this would be synonymous to Alegba also, right? Mercury, opening. So this is really about your verbal language. What are you saying to yourself? Mm-hmm. How do you talk to yourself? Do you put yourself down, right? I'm getting that you may be a person that's very cynical with the journal. You may be a person that is easily triggered. You may be a person that is, and it's definitely, like she said, it's definitely from the childhood, right? The next card is that there's shadow work that needs to be done, right? This is a dark deceased card. So this is saying that there is something that is haunting you, right? But it's not closed. So it's not like you have a ghost or what they would say a demon, right? Something like that that's haunting you. This is more so your own thinking that's haunting you. This is more on your childhood trauma. This is more so what you have gone through in life, the journal, what you have seen, what you have experienced, right? And it's time to start thinking a different way, right? It's time to start thinking a different way. It's open for you. Tomorrow it's especially open for you. You really want to journal. You really want to write things out and write how you want to see your life go. Write how you want to see your life play out over this year. This is the year of self-mastery, right? 2022. This is 6th year. So if you write things out and you do some scripting, right? Write till your hand falls off. This is the type of work you got to do tomorrow. You're more of a person, you got to write, and for the next 3 days, write, journal, write what you want to see, and program your mind. Put positive information in your mind, not just spiritual information, not just information to get you woke about. It's great to learn about flat earth. It's great to learn about what's going on in secret societies. It's great to learn about kundalinis. It's great to learn about the chakras. All those things are great. But how do you think about yourself when you go out on a day-to-day, right? Do you feel like all Black people are going to go through this? Do you feel like life sucks? Do you feel like I hate this world, right? This is what these are what these cards are given, right? Fear, hate, you know what I'm saying? Hatred, and more so kind of a self-hatred, you know, if I'm gonna be honest. That's what I'm getting, like a self-hatred. But there's good news. This is a Heru card again, and this is the most positive because this is Heru in balance. So tomorrow is Sunday. So the universe is telling you, look, put in that work. Put in that work tomorrow. Put in that work so you could lead yourself out of the darkness. And you do have the ability. The way is open. That's what the cards are saying. There's no holes filled. So the way is open. Spirit is here to assist you. You just have to tomorrow work with Spirit. All right. So I hope that answered your question. All right. So Davion said, I've been going through a lot of transition lately with business and integrating my spirituality with my life. I'm seeing success and not trying to get in my own way. All right. I've been going through a lot of transition lately with business and integrating my spirituality with my life. I'm seeing success and not trying to get in my own way. That's great. I'm dating my high school sweetheart, and there's another transition that I'm excited about. Okay, so what's your question, Davion? You want to know if she's the right one, if she's the one? Is that your question? Because it sounds like everything's great. Davion or Davon, I might be saying Mr. Birdie, Miss Birdie, Mr. Birdie. Yeah, let us know a little more. Okay, what's your question? Or then what's your question? Or are you just commenting? Okay, you said I don't know how to ask the question, but I just want to know what to look for. To look for with her, or to look for yourself in the future? Look for in the relationship. When you are consulting like an oracle or a tarot deck, it's basically you asking a question to God, right? As I don't know, that sounds arrogant, right? Let's say you're asking a question to the spirit, right? And basically the spirit is just giving you the answers to your question from the cards. That's what divination is all about. Divination is tapping into the divine in you, and it's the divine in the universe. The card just expresses what the universe is revealing. Okay, he says he doesn't know how to ask the question. All right, no problem. Yeah, because I don't know how to, I don't know if you're looking for the relation, if you want to know about the relationship or what. We've done about 45 minutes, Miss Soul. I don't know if anybody has a question, speak now. We'll give y'all about 5 more minutes. See if anybody else has a question. Oh, business and integrating spirituality and choosing what may be the best way to go. Okay. So he's asking Psuche about business and integrating spirituality and the best way to go. I kind of think I know what you asked. Does that make sense, Psuche? Psuche already working on it, so she already.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's you know these sisters, man. They tap.
Okay, so what I'm getting is I'm trying to like tap into what he may be trying to say. I feel like this is bringing up the
Real
ancestors.
quick, he said integrating his healing powers to make it a lifestyle. So I think he's trying to make his spirituality a business, if I'm correct. How does he integrate his spirituality into his business? Go ahead, Queen. I'm sorry.
Okay. So the I'm getting the feeling. I'm trying to feel like what he's trying to bring. What's coming up for me is more the ancestor. The ancestral keeps coming up. So it's something in your ancestry that's on your mother's side that's stepping up, coming forward, that's stepping up to, and that is that's willing to support you and willing to help you along the way. So monetizing this is going to be back with the other card with what are your strengths, okay? What are your abilities? What are your gifts and things that you have put in place for yourself? So it's really something that, like I said, it's like I mean, I can feel it all around my head, and this is where I feel mother side energy from. So it's someone that's stepping up from your mother side energy that's trying to say that they are supporting you, or they are, I feel like it's already done, like it's already put into place, like, but what you were saying is you getting in your own way. I think that's the blockage here. You kind of being stagnant, and because you don't know where to start and you don't know where to go when it comes to your spirituality. And it's like that you're not by yourself. It's like that for a lot of us when we come into the occult and practicing magic, we get stagnant because we don't know. It's not really a lot out here for us when we're trying to learn how to practice magic, and especially anything to do with hoodoo and anything to do with like root working and conjuring, things like that. It's not books out here for that. It's like you got to know somebody that knows how to do it, and then they have to be willing to like take you in and teach you, and it's a lot of hush hush on especially the hoodoo community. So it's not a lot. Me personally, I haven't been able to find a lot that support the journey. Okay, so basically, as I learned, I'm self-taught, and I taught myself. So it's another reason why I'm starting my YouTube channel. It's because, and I know for you, it's why you do what you do on your channel. It's because it's not a lot out here for us. So, but what I'm picking up for him is ancestral, making it, monetizing it, and making it be something that is going to, it's not going to be a challenge for you. I don't feel any blockage. I don't feel any resistance. I actually feel this energy like kind of circling around you. Like I'm here, I'm already here. I'm already working. I've already got everything lined up. I'm just waiting on him. So this is what I'm picking up, and it's coming back to the ancestral on your mother's side energy. So this is where I would say for you to focus on, if you don't know how to tap into your ancestor, because I don't know what level you are on practicing magic, and I can't just assume that you are where I am, or below me or above me. So I would suggest to you just tapping into your ancestral energy, especially mother side. Don't neglect your father side energy, but I don't feel as much of a pull coming from father side, even though it is there and present. But I'm really heavy, hot, like hot on the side, mother side energy. So I feel like when you tap into this part of your ancestry, everything is going to kind of fall into place for you, if that makes sense and answers your question. I can't see your comments, so I don't know like what the chat is saying.
So he's saying that he said he said yes, his grandma, he said, "You're so right." He said, "My grandma passed away a while ago. My girlfriend is almost a splitting image in how she loves me and connects with me. She's perfect for me at this point in time." Said, "As soon as possible, he'll cash app you. This is fire." Said, "Thank you, peace, power, and prosperity in bed."
Ashe.
So, yeah. So you resonated with it, Queen. I'll add on to that, and I'm gonna say, so I did because you've been rocking with me for a while, Mr. Birdie. So I did both sets for you. So kind of the same thing came up. Same thing, this dark deceased, dark spirit, dark energy. And this is blocked, but it followed it. What interesting enough, it followed up with a Ma'at card. So Ma'at is all about your heart being light as a feather, following your truth. The fact that it's open and it's open like this, and but that even followed, right? Because when you get a dark one, you got to keep following it up. So that even followed with, which was interesting. So if you've seen the mummies, or the sarcophaguses, you've seen the Egyptians, if you've seen like King Tut, right? For to make it easy. You've seen them with the vulture and the snake on the top of their head. So this is basically a visualization of Kundalini, what you would call energy. But this is subtle energy, right? This is not hot energy. This is psychic ability. So this shows that you do have psychic abilities, but you, again, this card came up for you as well, again, but you have to not only do more study, right? Because this one whole symbolizes study, right? Learning more, reading more, getting more books, right? Being immersed in learning the craft of harnessing your psychic ability. That's going to balance you out. But also, again, this also deals with self-talk and how you're speaking to yourself, what you're saying about yourself, how you see yourself. And just like Dorcas said, you know, the Queen of Swords, this is reversed. So it's really, swords are all about, you know, you using swords are dealing with not fire. Fire is one. Swords are dealing with shit, I'm drawing a blank. Fire, air, earth, water, air. So this is kind of saying that you right now, even though you have a good relationship, you have to make sure that you're being a man, right? Using your logic, using your reasoning ability, using your critical thinking ability, showing that you are in the set of leadership, right? And that you're able to think your way out. But really, it's also the Seven of Swords is reversed. So this is also saying that you what you feel are limits are illusions, especially for you and your spiritual ability and your psychic ability. Honestly, I'm getting like, you just got to put in more work, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just got to put in more work, and you're not putting in as much work as you can. You're putting in work, but you need to put in more work. And the more work is going to deal with you learning, it's going to deal with you studying, it's going to deal with you, and not just watching YouTube videos, but studying for yourself, reflecting, getting a notebook, writing things out again, right? It's a dominant theme, but your psychic abilities are there, right? This is a key. Whenever I see this card, I do a reading for somebody, it's a key indicator that there's psychic abilities. And the fact that it's not closed off is great. So you just have to awaken. It's really up to you to awaken them. And the way you'll awaken them is by getting into balance, right? Making sure your heart is light as a feather and that you are living your truth unapologetically. Unfucking apologetically. Being who you are, acting as you are, so forth and so on. I think we have somebody else. La Habana Bay, are you still there? Put a comment in there if you're still there. And we'll get to your question. La Habana Bay. You're welcome, bro. He said thank you, by the way. Oh, let me. Okay, so La Habana Bay, what was your question? Because I saw you put a comment, but she said she feels disconnected, especially after a situation with her two eldest children. Did you want? Yeah, she didn't really drop a question. I'm kind of waiting to see what her question is.
Okay.
What was your question about that? Okay, she's trying to break some cycles and access higher self again. All right. So, La Habana, what would you ask God if you had a question to ask God, him or herself? What would be your, she said she's trying to break some cycles and access higher self again. She said she got a little trauma after losing her two eldest children. I'm going to let Psuche handle this. I'm going to let you handle this. Is that sufficient for you or you need more?
She is trying to tap into her two oldest children. Is that what you said?
So she said
Breaking some cycle.
she said she is trying to break some cycles and access higher self again. And she said she got a little trauma after losing her two eldest children. My condolences to Havana Bay for losing. That's got to be tough. So yeah, that's the situation. She situation. She lost her two eldest children. I think this is more of a situation of she's trying to get back to herself. So it's basically, it sounds like depression.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The first thing that came to my mind after I read this was that rest was needed. But I'm gonna let you handle the suture. But I'm getting that rest, overworking, a lot of overworking, like a distraction. So she's trying to get back to her old self.
Okay, so the cards I have here is the Shaman card, and I have the Star card, and I have the Emergent one. The Emergent one is
Hold on, real quick, Suche. She just dropped something. She said she apologizes. They have not transitioned. They are still living. Her ex has kept them, or his ex has kept them away from me. My ex has kept them away from me.
Okay, that could make sense. That makes sense since I wasn't picking up on that as far as like them being transitioned. I was that's what was taking me so long because to be honest, I was about to say like.
Yeah, they said it feels like that. It feels like
transitioned, or right. If like, okay, so that was
There's definitely a lack of sleep too in this, like a restlessness. You know what I'm saying? Like a sheer restlessness, but I can understand. All right.
Okay, so here I have the letting go card. So I think it's a part of this that you just have to make peace with. Okay, and actually just letting that part go, like knowing that you don't have to let go of your children, because I do actually have the Two of Staffs here, and the Two of Staffs means coming back together or being back connected to, and also with the Four of Staffs as well, this is family unit, family being together and being around each other. So I think that what my cards are trying to say is that to just let it go for now. Those things that are out of your control, to just let it go. Okay, this is what this card means, is to let it go and be okay with it, and just find your peace with that, whatever peace you can find with it, to find your peace with it. And also the Sun card too. The Sun card is a good card for saying things like, eventually it will work itself out, or eventually it will, things are going to go your way and it's going to get better. So this is what I'm feeling. I actually have the 10 of coins as well, and that's a comfortable card of being like comfortable, and also just, just like being relaxed, being comfortable. And so this, as far as you getting back to yourself, I feel like you're gonna have to go through the process of letting go and just finding a peace. Okay, so when you're able to just find a peace and stop being so, I feel an urgency with you, like I've gotta be around them, I gotta see them, or like time is running out or something like that. Like I feel that urgency on you, like you gotta get something done, or you gotta do this in order to do this, like lining things up. So that urgency, I feel like you just need to lay low for a while, okay, and let it go and find a peace with it. And then continue to have, like, make some affirmations and speaking those things, understanding that you do, even though you feel out of control of the situation, you do still have control, because you have your thoughts. Okay, you have affirmations, you have prayers, you can always speak into existence what you want to come about with this. So don't ever feel like you're helpless and you don't have any control over a situation, because you can actually create a new reality in this, and not just be on the I have no control over this, or I have no say, or like, like feeling helpless. Like, this is what magic means for me, is to never ever be in a situation where I feel helpless or hopeless, because I know that I have myself, I know that I have my thoughts, and with my thoughts become things, and I can create whatever reality I want to create for myself. So in getting back to yourself, I feel like I said, it's going to be a process for you, because you have been in this vibration for so long. Then finding a peace with it and actually letting it go, not letting it go, but letting it go and finding a peace with it, so that you can heal your mental and be able to release and move this trauma. We can't get away from trauma. We have to move the trauma out of our body. Okay. Instead of just like, when someone say heal your traumas or heal from your trauma, especially childhood traumas and traumas that even it don't have to necessarily be a childhood trauma. It could just be trauma that comes about in our adult life. It's still trauma. So when we say heal from that, we are actually telling you to find a process to where you can move that trauma out of your body, so that you can be more effective in your daily life. So with my suggestion to you would be to just find a peace with it for now, and work on yourself. Work on your own mental, letting this go, and work on your own mental. And then with your prayers and your affirmations, begin to rebuild a reality for yourself that's going to include you coming back together with your children. Did you have anything to add to that?
Yes, I am. All right. No, I was chatting in the chat. So let me do this. So yeah. So what I had. Oh no. Oh. All right. What I have is Honestly, it's funny how these readings work because I got pretty much the same thing, right? What I got was the first card was the Amen card, right? So we know at the end of the Christian prayer, what they say is Amen.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
To interrupt. I can't see your chat, but I'm keep feeling back to the other question before this one, which was the guy that was asking about his I was saying about his grandmother.
Yes.
Okay, so even though we've moved past that, I can still feel his grandmother trying to come through. Okay, and you know that I am a medium as well.
Yes, I know.
Sometimes
they don't know, but I know.
As a medium, when we open that door, it's gonna keep coming and keep coming until you address it. So what I'm feeling, if I can say this really quick, and then we can move on to the other person. I'm so sorry, and I apologize, but it's gonna keep egging at me until I tell what she wants to say. With him, I feel like she's bringing out that's more like visions for him. When he's dreaming or when he's sleeping, it's more like visions, and what he's seeing in his sleep. Okay, meditation is going to be really good for him too. This is what is coming through from her, is to meditate more. Try to meditate if he's not meditating, or meditate more than what he's meditating right now. And ease in his mind. I feel the chaos in his mind, especially when he's trying to meditate. Actually, feeling like in his dreams or visions. This is where he's going to be able to tap into where his grandmother. I think he feels this is grandmother, but I'm feeling mother side energy. So if he is going to tap into this, then he's going to be able to work with her with the dreams and visions. This is going to make her come through more prominent. And then he can be able to work with her where she's already around him. Like I can still feel the around him. Okay. So she's there, she's present, and she's ready and willing to work with him. But I think that how he's going to be able to work with her is through visions when he's sleeping. Okay. And it's keep coming in like visions, his visions. Okay. So I think this is where he needs to focus on tapping into his mother side energy as far as ancestral going. And I apologize again for breaking in, but I can't concentrate when it's just keep egging on me to say something. Okay.
Yeah. Subscribe to Psuche Doula's channel. You see how she's going in, right? She got a YouTube channel, so she just started it, but this is how she does. This is how she does the work, man. So so
we can move on to the other person, because I feel that heat is easing up now. So I feel like that she got out what she needed to say to him.
Yeah. So to tap back into the other person,
okay.
What I would say. So the back to La Habana. So he typed 7 years. This is the person that we were last on. 7 years, and since. He or she, 7 years since I've seen them, I'm so side-strung and controlling and easily triggered. I have no peace and feel like a horrible mother. Okay, so it's female.
Okay.
Horrible human. I definitely felt homeless. So I don't know if you still want to expound on that reading, or you feel like you covered it. I have my piece here for that, but.
Okay, you can go ahead.
Okay, so on this, I would say it's kind of like it's funny. That we're in two different places, but we're reading the same things, and our readings are kind of similar. This just shows you the power of divination, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game, it's not a scam. But as I was saying, when we're talking about Amen, right? Amen is about peace. So as you said, you are a person who are not at peace right now. What you in particularly have to do is find that, right? Because with you being chaotic, like that's what it came to me, that there was restlessness. Like you can't rest, you can't let it go, you can't move past it, right? And you can't, just get past it. And what Spirit is saying is your solution to that is for you to tap into, this is again, or set Isis, you to tap into your inner self, and for you to basically go through the process of becoming that peace, becoming what you want to see. This is also heavy meditation. You see her with the chair, right? So on the top of her head. So this deals with, so when you hear like deities like El Melchizedek, El this, El that, they're talking about is this, just to tap deeper into it. It's that chair that you sit on, or that chair of meditation. Remember, if you're arguing or you're angry, right? You're about to fight, people tell you, calm down. One of the things they tell you is to sit down, right? Sit down, relax. So it's that type of energy where you have to learn to sit down, you have to relax, and you have to settle into what is happening, right? You have to settle into what is happening, be at peace with it, go into meditation, learn to meditate if you don't know how to meditate, and nurture the vision of what you want to see happen with your kids. It's not going to be easy, but you have the ability to do it. The way is open for you to do it. Spirit is actually guiding you and seeking for you to do this, but you have to be the person that sit down and say, okay, I'm going to make peace with this. I'm going to make peace with how this is happening. I'm going to make peace. I'm going to nourish myself with the will that I will get my children back, with the will that everything will be all right, with the will that everything will work out in my favor, with the will, because that's what Harold deals with. It's the will, right? And the will is controlled by your thoughts and your actions, right? What do you think is going to happen? That's what willpower and all that they talk about is not inspiration. It's not, what do they talk about? Motivational speaking. It's like, what are you going to do? How are you going to act, right? So the more you nurture these ideas and these thoughts, and the fact that you're a woman, right? The set theme also with this upcoming full moon, right? Tomorrow night, this is what you want to kind of tap into, your visual. I would highly recommend you meditate tomorrow evening, take a nap, stay up late past midnight, wherever your time zone is, and go into a deep meditation and see the outcome that you want to see, and keep feeding yourself optimism, 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 right? The mother never wants to see her baby, anything bad happen to her baby, or anything bad happen to her children. So you have to keep that mindset that you're not terrible, you're not bad. These things happen, right? But things will work out in your favor in the end. So it's pretty much similar to what Psuche was saying. You got anything else you want to add to that, Psuche? Are you good?
Just the reiteration on the finding the peace. I actually did pull the temptation card as well while I was just looking here. And the temptation card is in my deck. It has to do with like physical temptations, like addictions, alcoholism, gambling, and those types of addictions. I don't know the situation or why your ex is keeping your children away from you, but I did actually pull the temptation card, and that does deal with addiction and things like that. If that's where your guilt is around, you still have to find a peace with that. It's no judgment here. But having a peace with this, and then you actually do have some good cards that came up the second time that I pulled. That's just a reiteration on things working out and things getting better for you. So I think it's going to be more so of your perspective and your mindset, and being able to deal with how you what you are saying to yourself about this, like not feeling guilty because of what happened. When we feel guilty is because we feel like we've done something wrong. Even if you have done something wrong, that doesn't mean that you can't have or develop or start from here and develop a good, healthy relationship with your children, and show that you can be, I'm not even going to say a good mother, because I don't feel like you're not a good mother. Okay. Sometimes there's circumstances and things may become up that cause us to make choices that we make, but that doesn't mean that you're not a good mother to your children, because those are your children, and that came from your children came from you. So this is going to be just finding peace with it. I don't want to like dwell too long on it, because sometimes we can feel personal about our situation. So So just finding a peace with it, and then going ahead and making making those affirmations, and then knowing that your thoughts become things, and you can create a different reality if that's what you choose for you, and getting back with your children. Like I said, you do have a lot of good cards. When I pulled the second time, this is a mother with her children around her. Okay, so this is that you are coming back with your children. Okay, so it's just finding a peace with it for now while you sort everything else out.
Yeah, this is I'm getting that this is like a temporary situation. Maybe not temporary as in like a month or two. Like, I don't know the specific time frame, but it's not something that's going to last forever. This is kind of, to me, more so like a lesson, you know, kind of a lesson for you to step back and evaluate everything in your life and not be, kind of, for lack of a better word, obsessive about the situation. For you to step back, do the things that you have to do, because Osset is also about nurturing, right? It's a nurturing, motherly energy. You know, go back to where your times were with your mother. Check the relationship that you had with your mother. You know what I'm saying? See how that relationship panned out. And if that relationship was positive or negative, I'm getting that it probably was negative, then you want to resolve that within yourself so that you know how to nurture yourself. The more you will nurture yourself, the better you'll be able to nurture your children, no matter what the situation is externally. Absolutely. So don't give up hope. Don't feel like it's the end. Don't feel like you'll again. Keep hope. Like Jesse Jackson said, keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. All right. For real. It's going to be great. All right, so let's do, okay, so Hollow, you're gonna be the last person, and then we out of here. All right, so Hollow Vegeta, he asked, let me go back to your question. He said he wants to know what he has to do to get his dreams back. He wants to know what he has to do to get his dreams back. So I guess he hasn't been sleeping. If you're here, please hit that like button. And if Psuche gave you some information, hit her Cash App. I think she's been doing a great job. And she will be back. We'll be doing this more often. Yep. So her channel really gets off the ground and she's able to go live. But support her. Hit the subscribe button on her channel. Just search her name. You'll be able to pull it up. She did a video today about going into all the zodiac signs. So if you want to see what your zodiac sign and what's the predictions for your zodiac sign, she's going to be putting up more videos. So we're going to support her. I'm going to be sharing a lot of her stuff. Again, we're going to be going live at least once, twice a week doing these type of readings for y'all, because I'm actually being called to do it myself. You know what I'm saying? But having a partner like her, medium, y'all see what's going on. So, you know, definitely support. You know, when you give to someone, you give to yourself, because we all are connected.
Service.
Yes, definitely. Oh, damn, you haven't. So he said he hasn't remembered a dream in a couple of years. What type of drugs you doing, bro? Because I know, listen, I know. No. Smoking weed on a religious, especially during the pandemic, I didn't dream myself, but I was smoking probably 4 or 5 times a day. I'm keeping it real. So I know that time I wasn't dreaming, but I'm going to tap into the cards, let Psuche do her thing. Oh, and while she's doing that, you could book Psuche too. Don't think she's just here to play, you know? You could book her, she's excellent. I've gone to her for readings over the years, and she blows my mind with the things that she knows and the things she could perceive, you know? So I'm bringing someone that I work with on a regular basis, you know what I'm saying? with great, great friends, you know what I'm saying? And I work with her on a regular basis. So I'm giving you some money from my storehouse, bringing her to y'all, you know what I'm saying? So definitely show us some love on her channel.
Thank you. Okay, so I am trying to pick up on what is going on with him. I'm really not feeling like it's anything to do with like I think it's more so you wanting to have it, or you wanting to get it, to get the dreams back, knowing that it was something that you were able to do. It is a gift. It's an ability. It's not anything that you have to do to get it back. I think that you focusing so much on it is what is causing you to be stagnant here. Okay, I do have the communication card here for you. I do have the universe card here for you. And then I also have the Seven of Gourds as well here for you. This is an intuitive card. It's an intuition card. And it also means too as well is what are you like thinking too much about something, like thinking too much about it and trying to focus on it so much to where it's causing you to not do it. So I feel like if you be easy about it, okay, and if you be easy about this, and also I have in the communication card and also in the Seven of Gourds, it's the daydreaming energy, okay? So I feel like that if you, I can't say daydream too much, because daydreaming actually is tapping into your God state. But I'm picking up scrying for you, okay? Some type of a scrying. Maybe this would be good for you to be able to tap back into that which is still there. It was there before, it's still there. You just have to tap back into it again. So with the like, just like if you have a muscle and you don't use it, and then it just becomes like it's not as strong. Okay, so you just have to rebuild this ability back up for yourself, okay, because it is still there. I can still feel it very strong on you. If you practice, I don't know if you ever practiced scrying before, but if you practice scrying, which does tap into daydreaming, then I feel like that this will be, this is going to help you to be able to become back into your lucid dreaming. Also, I would like to suggest to you a talisman. Okay, if you're not familiar with talisman, you can reach out to Ra or me, and to get some more information about that, because I used the talisman before to take to bed with me to sleep, and it did actually cause lucid dreaming for me, because I've been able to lucid dream for a long time, all of my life. I can, like, it happens more sometimes than other times, but I can do it. It is one of my abilities. So I have, and it could be something simple. It don't have to be something grand or a type of crystal or something like that. It can be something small. Like I used a quarter, and I actually blessed over the quarter, and I prayed over it that it was going to help me once I go into my sleep, my trance state, in between sleep, being awake and sleep, to actually help me to be able to help for me to be able to lucid dream again, or remember my dreams. Okay, because I was having some I won't say problems, but I had this space to where I have visions as well. And when I'm not having visions, that's a lot of time is telling me that I'm disconnecting from my psychic abilities. Okay, so in order for you to get that back, not get it back because it's still there, but to tap back into it again and to exercise that, to start exercising that, and to be able to utilize that gift, then you need to be able to scry. This is what I'm picking up for you, scrying. And it's different ways. It's all different ways to do scrying. You can do scrying in a lot of things: fire, wax, water. You can do scrying in any type of like pattern, any type of pattern that's like a pattern. A lot of things like busy, anything that's busy, you can scry in that. And like I said, you can always reach out to me, and I can help you get a better understanding of scrying. And also Ron, I know he knows a bit about it. So this is what I'm feeling for you as far as your lucid dreaming. I hope that makes sense for you.
Okay, that's I put your contact information. I put your contact information.
I appreciate it.
In there, so that you're on IG as Dorkassoul and FB as Atiya Etanya.
Yep, 2 S's on Instagram. One S on my Cash App, 2 S on Instagram.
Okay, so it's 2 S on the Instagram. So just
I tried to do the 2 S's, but Cash App wouldn't let me do it. I think somebody already had it.
Okay. All right. So it's in the chat, you guys, if you guys want to, catch up with on a one-on-one. But definitely, as you guys see, I don't have to say anything. And for what I got for you, Hollow, is I got Het Heru. And Het Heru in this case is about visualization, joy. This is Oshun, right? Vitality. But in your case, I'm getting this is a vitality thing. The first thing I got when she was reading, and I kind of stepped back from it, I got like food. Like I kept tasting something like diet. You know what I'm saying? Like something was like it was a taste in my mouth, like a diet, food type of thing. So I know. So as she was saying with the scrying, I know you could take 2 particular herbs, and I've seen you in the chat rooms that I'm in, so I know you know some of these things, but maybe it could be reiterated. I know you said you have the panic pack, so I know the panic pack has certain herbs, but you could also, instead of smoking them, you could drink teas, mugwort, damiana. You could also check my community tab where I drop the ingredients for dream tea with the vervain, mugwort, damiana, pink rose, things like that. You could drink those type of teas, but also watch what you're eating, right? Like I'm feeling like there's like a heavy eating at night. You know what I'm saying? Like a real heavy eating late at night, maybe late in the morning or something like that. And because your body is digesting food, it's because when your body is digesting a lot of food, especially at night, and you go to sleep on it, right? Your body has to still work through the digestion. Your liver still has to detox. Your kidney still has to refresh your blood, right? So all that is still happening while you are eating food. So while you are sleeping, right? So the blood again is going from your brain to your body instead of going straight to your brain when you are sleeping on a more empty stomach. So if you are eating late at night, if you are eating heavy foods, burgers, stuff like that, you want to kind of contain it to give yourself an hour, sit up, maybe don't eat in the bed or something like that. Sit up, don't eat on the couch. It's laying on the couch, right? Sit up for a while, allow your food to digest, give yourself at least an hour, and then go to bed. And before you go to bed, definitely if you take mugwort and damiana, I've done that myself, and I usually lucid dream when I drink mugwort and damiana. Get the raw herb. You can find that online easily, right? Mugwort and damiana, not the pills. Get the raw herb, stew you a tea. Or basically all you're going to do is boil the water. Then you put the herb in after it boils. Let it sit For me, I let my tea sit for like 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I want that joint to be dark. Then when it's dark, you strain it, right? Sometimes I'm a little bit more extreme. I drink some of the herbs. So I'll strain it, but I'll leave a little bit in there, let it get in my mouth, do all that, brush my teeth after. But I take some of the herb and ingest it. And usually 99% of the time, to be honest, I don't think I've never not drunk mugwort and Damiana tea and have not had a lucid dream. Like it's usually, and also, of course, you could get some psilocybin mushrooms as well, and that'll have you lucid dreaming as well. Lucid dreaming in the waking life, and when you go to bed, you'll almost guaranteed to have a lucid dream. So that's what I'm getting for you. And also, so that was the first card, and the second card again is all set, but it's pretty much as for you, it is balanced. So the way it's successful, again, I see Heru here nurturing. So I think this is more of a food thing. You know what I'm saying? I think this is a food thing, really. That's what I think it is. I think the fact that you're eating, let me see what you're saying in the comments. Hold on, see if you can verify this. He said, okay, I'm gonna do the homework. Yes, mate. I'm overdoing with the herb trace minerals, anything. Yep, I eat at night, hardly in the day. Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's really the night eating. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the heavy night eating. You want to see the sun is out, right? And things grow when the sun is out, right? That's when the trees are growing. That's when the plant life is growing. That's when the animals are out, right? At night, things go into hibernation, right? The trees stop growing. They don't grow as much as rapidly, right? When it's hot spring, that's when the trees start getting back up because it's getting warmer on the planet, right? So your body has what they call a circadian rhythm, and it's supposed to go according to the natural cycle of nature. That's why they say it's not good to work out really late at night because your body is preparing you for rest. Your body is actually there's less energy in your body as it gets later and later, right? Now, I'm a person, I still stay up late at night. I say it's because I was born late at night, right? I'm a night owl in particular, but I nap. You know what I'm saying? I nap. Psuche will call me sometimes and be like, yo, I was thinking about something. And I'll be like, yo, I was out cold. You know what I'm saying? So I was out cold at 6 o'clock to like 8. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a big napper myself, but right after work, I'll pass out. But what you want to do is make sure that you are, I don't know what type of work you do. You may be doing some night work or something like that. But make sure if you are doing that, eat light. You might want to eat some salads or whatever, or take some time during the day, wake up at noon, break your sleep. You can always go back to bed, right? Eat your heaviest. You want to eat your heaviest. Any nutritionist worth a penny. Any nutritionist worth a penny. You hear me? A penny is going to tell you eat your heaviest meals during the day. Sometime before 8 p.m. You want to eat your heavier meal. Now you can snack or whatever around nighttime or whatever, late after 9, you could get a little bit of snacking in, but really before 11, like that's when you should stop eating. Right. That's when you should stop. Really 9 p.m. Because now your brain is going into circadian rhythm of rest and digest. So your parasympathetic nervous system is now taking over. Your paranormal mindset is now taking over, which is also a great time to meditate. So that's what I'm getting from you. All right. We got one more and then we done. All right. This is the last one. And I'm doing her thing though. She's a big supporter. So I want to keep her I want to get this for her. So doing her thing though, we do the last one. So she says, Queen, peace. I want to ask about love life. When will I find my partner and how will I know it's the right person? I knew somebody was going to ask this. I was just waiting.
It's a reading session without love questions.
Yeah.
love and money.
You got to love them. Love and money, right? And how can I get back my ex? Top 3.
I don't want my ex back.
Me either.
He can stay far, far away.
You can have that hoe. All of them.
Stop it.
You can keep it. No binding for me with that.
Better not. That's a bad situation. Okay, so
I'm gonna let you go first. Let me put a speaker mode.
okay, that's fine. Okay, so first thing I have is the Nine of Blades. The Nine of Blades is it's more so around like fear, but like things, it being all in your head. Okay. So whatever the fear is that you've made up about this was finding true love or finding real love. How would you know? What was the question? I'm sorry. What is?
So the question was,
Can you repeat it?
yeah, she wants to ask about her love life, when she will find her partner, and how will she know it's the right person? When will she find her partner, and how will she know it's the right person?
Okay,
you're very real quick, because this is what came to me the first thing.
Okay.
Doing her thing, you're very, very strong-willed, strong-minded. How can I say this? This is what came to me, right? I don't mean to be disrespectful as a man. This could come out wrong because I'm a man saying this, right? But I'm saying this out of love. This is not out of hurt. I'm getting that there's a lot of aggressive verbal speech, like a lot of the way you speak can be turning men off. And this is men that are looking at you from the side, so to speak, or partners that are looking at you from the outside, that are watching you and have desires to be with you, but they're looking at you from the outside and they're seeing you, they're like, nah, I don't want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? That's what immediately came to my head. Go ahead, Psuche.
Okay, so I have the Nine of Blades. The Nine of Blades is a fear card. Okay, so I think this is going to be around the fear of who you're meeting or meeting the right one. Okay, and then I also have it's a head card about like it can be like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking about your person? Or what are you thinking about who you are going to meet? I actually do have a new this card is a new relationship. A new relationship coming to you, but this is after the other card. Okay, so I do have the four of coins. This is like security, and also this is ancestral as well. Okay, so here's to answer your question, how are you going to know it's the right person? It's not one of those cliche things like you'll just feel that it's the right person. No, in order for you to tap into and know that this is the right person for you, this is going to be all ancestral. Okay, so you're going to have to tap into your ancestral line, and then making that connection with your ancestral line, they will communicate to you what is going to be the sign for you to look for when this new person comes in, and if this person is right for you. So this is a charisma card, charismatic, being like really, really headstrong, but charismatic. Okay, and then also you have the sacrifice card, and in sacrifice, it is like you're going to have to sacrifice something, even if this is a behavior, something that you can change yourself, a type of behavior. And I think this is where your fear is coming in, at your fear in that change of, is it me? Am I attracting the same type of people? Is this me, or is this how it's going to be, or keep being, for this fear of me attracting the same types of people to me? And then also this is like a head card. Okay, so like What are you thinking about that? What do you think about that relationship? And you're attracting that person to you that's the right one for you. Okay. Love life for you. I do in this card, it is a new relationship, new journey up into a new relationship, but that's going to be after your change. Okay. Here's your change and your fear of change in these two cards right here. And this is going to be your sacrifice. Okay. So you making this sacrifice in order for this something new to come into your life. Okay. That's not going to come into your life until you make this change to be able to attract that which is for you. And then how are you going to know that it's for you? You're going to have an ancestral sign, a sign from your ancestry. Like, for instance, if I were tapping into my ancestral energy and I say, give me a sign when it's the right person. If it's the right person for me, give me a sign by showing me ladybugs. Show me a ladybug. And then, if I start seeing ladybugs coming, landing on my clothes, or ladybugs coming, landing on my car or whatever, then this is going to be a connection to your ancestry. And then you giving them a sign for them to give back to you so that you can know this is affirmed. Like, this is, it's a validation. So they'll validate it for you. Okay. When it's the right person for you, this is how you're going to know.
Excellent. Yeah, what I'm getting, so this is the opposite of the psychic card. I don't know how long you've been here doing the thing though, but so the first card was actually was Nekabet. I said it was Watcher. Nekabet, which was the psychic powers. This is what Davion got, the psychic powers and psychic abilities. But this is more like physical strength. You know what I'm saying? Physical abilities, physical action, right? So how like energy is running very hot, you know what I'm saying? Very, very fiery. Again, that's the first, before I even pull the cards, that's what came to me. There's a like hot energy to you. Right. Not saying it's bad, you know what I'm saying? Not saying it's
this wrong. Is in her fear too, in her fear of that change and not wanting to let go of that, which she's used to behaving this way with men and getting her way. Like, I feel more like mouthy, not disrespectful, but being can be mouthy, which we all can be in the feminine energy, because we're not held accountable for our mouth. And we can be spicy, and we can say we feel like we can. Some of us, I'm not gonna put everybody in a box, some of us, we feel like we can talk to men however we want to. You ain't gonna do nothing. So we do get in that energy, like we can talk how we want to talk. Like, this is my mouth, I can talk how I want to talk. But that's not that's not being healthy. Okay. And it's not so much as if you talk to me like this, then that's what I'm going to give back to you. That's still not healthy. Okay. And then also, this is where I feel her fear is in that change of giving that up or changing that behavior in order to then be in a different vibration where she can attract that right person for her.
Yeah, and that's what this card is what you just said is literally this card, the Justice card block, where it's going to be very difficult for you to make that type of change and that type of transition because there's a conditioning to where you're doing your thing, though. You're doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? This is the way you are. This is the way it is. This is the way it has to be. But on the flip side, I just want to say that. I don't know if you have more to say, Psuche. Go ahead. Okay. So the card and Psuche saying the same thing I'm saying. This is also a positive card. This is you would say this is Bino on the Kabbalah. This is called a Seker on the Tree of Life. This is this is one of the higher cards actually, which we haven't really pulled. We pulled the Austere card, but this is also another higher card on the Tree of Life. So this is a powerful person, right? This is a person who makes things happen. This is a person who attracts. Like, your feminine energy is so fucking magnetic, yo. Like supreme, like I felt it. It's supremely powerful. It's supremely magnetic. This is dark energy, right? This is womb energy. This is dark matter energy. This is like the energy when you say it is, it shall be, right? So you have the ability to do that, but you can also misuse your powers, so to speak, for evil, right? You can misuse your powers of magnetism as a way to, I don't want to say finesse, right? But as a way to kind of manipulate your way into getting what
I did get the head card for her too.
Yeah, there's a lot of manipulation that is present, right? A lot of, let me play kind of chess in these situations. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't be guarded, right? This doesn't mean that you shouldn't, I don't want to say guarded, guard's the wrong word. This doesn't mean that you should evaluate your partners and see how they are going to relate to you. Right. But again, your power is going to be the greatest when you are empowering others. When you are sharing some of your powerful energy with others. These are in a relationship. This is the type of woman that is gonna buy a guy, have a work husband, right? Buy a guy that she's interested in at work and buy him food just to show him that she could cook, right? Might say, oh, you know, you got a nice haircut, or he might be doing something at the job. Or I'm just using the job, I don't know why, but I don't know if that relates, but, you know, he might be doing something and you're like, yo, you know, oh, you're filing some papers, let me help you or whatever, you know, where you're stepping into that type of role for a man, where you're able to empower others instead of, that's what I'm getting, you know, and this card supports that, where you're able to empower others instead of simply empowering what you need.
Absolutely.
And once you are able to do that and empower, particularly your man, like, a quick story. I was reading an article, Amber Rose. I don't know if you know who Amber Rose is, but Amber Rose, she was with Kanye at one point. She started dating Wiz Khalifa. This article was in the Source magazine. And Amber Rose and Wiz Khalifa was in a limousine. And she kept telling Wiz Khalifa, you're the greatest rapper alive, baby. You're one of the, and this is what the reporter was writing in the article, right? How she's telling Wiz, you're the greatest rapper alive, baby. You could do anything, you know what I'm saying? You could conquer the world, you know what I'm saying? Men need to hear that from time to time. All of us, whether we say it or not, even as arrogant, we all have a time where we feel down or whatever, and you need to hear, you could do it. You got this. Now, the key is, in your discernment, is to know who to do it to, and who to give that to, right? And because sometimes you can meet certain people and that's not what if you do that, their head gets big, their ego explodes, you know what I'm saying? And they just run off and then they think they're better than you and they think they're smarter than you and they think that they did it all on their own, right? So the discernment in you is learning how to use that magnet that you have, that strong, powerful magnet, to pull them in. Right? To pull them in and learn how to empower those that deserve it, right? And once you get, so the way is open. Like Dorka was saying, you're gonna get a man. You're gonna find men. You're gonna find men that are interested.
I don't think there's a problem there.
Yeah, I don't think that goes.
Yes, yeah, but
I don't see that being an
just
issue.
like I could feel energy vamp around her as well. So that makes sense that you said that, like being very careful of who she chooses to be that to. It's not like she can't be that, but it's the choice in who she chooses to be that to. And then if that person is an energy vamp, then it makes her feel used, or it makes her get into that feeling weak, okay, and push over type of energy. And that's where she's guarded, is feeling like nobody gonna use me or abuse me, or I'm not a pushover, or I ain't weak or whatever. So that's gonna be where that energy is for her. But being careful, like you said, to pay attention to where she's actually dividing and giving that energy to, because she can have energy vamp type people around her and being attracted to her because her energy is so strong.
Her aura is so big and magnetic. Yeah, very powerful. You're a very powerful woman, very, very magnetic. Even just talking about this, I'm feeling it. You know
very,
what I'm saying?
yes, very like strong,
Very
drawn
strong.
in, pulled in, absolutely. In
Yeah,
the heart, around the heart.
So yeah, like my recommendation to you would be, because you're so strong, you could turn off a lot of, I'm gonna be honest with you, right?
Easily.
Your best bet is to find a man that is on the come up. You know what I'm saying? He has a direction, he's going someplace, but you could sprinkle something on it. You know what I'm saying? You could add a little bit to him. You see him, you see he has potential, and not potential where he's not activating his potential, because everybody got potential, right? All these niggas out here got potential. Everybody got potential. Crackhead got potential, right? But somebody who's doing something with their potential, somebody who's laying down some blocks, and you seeing that they laying down some bricks, and you like, yo, if I just gave him some more cement, you know what I'm saying? If I just bought in a tractor, right? If I just bought in a crane, you know what I'm saying? This would help him speed up this process. And the thing you're going to look for is his appreciation for that. That's how you're going to differentiate if this guy is bullshit or not. You're going to look for how he shows appreciation to you. Once you see that appreciation and that reciprocity, you're going to see that this is the guy that you should be working with. But he's out there, he's coming, you attract him. So again, that's not a problem. It's just the type of people. And I'm getting, again, this is no disrespect, but I'm getting, you want like this person already put together already. And that person that's already kind of has everything in store put together, it's not really going to work, because it's kind of like two rams butting heads.
Exactly.
You're so strong that a man that's already as strong as you is going to feel like he's dealing with, you know, someone else that he's got to fight with. You know what I'm saying?
Combative. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I got. Yeah, she said, yeah, they say they're intimidated. And I'm like, what the hell? And
Absolutely feel that.
Yeah. So this is so yeah, folks. She said, y'all on point. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Thank you.
Yes, we appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for spending time with us. You could be spending your time anywhere else, but you're here with
Absolutely.
Please hit that like button. Please go to Psuche Doula. Psuche Doula.
It's a hard C.
Psuche Doula's channel. And we hit the like button. You can check her out. I put her information in the chat. And hopefully these solutions helped y'all. Hopefully this insight helped y'all. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new. I will be going live tomorrow with Michael Bell. We're going to be talking about Doctor Strange 2. And I'm sorry, go ahead. What did you say?
Can't wait for that.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about, I can't wait either, because Michael Bell is like a genius. He was an ex-Freemason, master in that field, very smart brother. So I can't wait myself. I can't wait to share what I've seen. I can't wait to see what he's seen. We're going to be talking about spirit walking, astral travel, and the zodiac, philosophy. I think this is going to be like one of the great ones. So y'all tune in, tell a friend to tell a friend. It's going to be tomorrow at 222. Then in the evening, I'm going to do a full moon. I might actually, because it's going to be a super moon and it's going to be a blood red moon. So I might do that one outside live while it's peaking. So check that out. That'll probably be late at night. I'll probably take one of my great naps during the day after I do my Michael Bell video and wake up, meditate, and we'll go out and, we'll talk with the people, do a little ritualize and little affirmations and things like that. But I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for spending y'all time. Please hit that like button if you are here. Psuche. Psuche. See, I know. Psuche. All right. So I'm remember NBA 2K. Psuche. I got it. All right. Psuche.
Like a suitcase.
Like a suitcase. Got it. All right. See, I know you know. So I can't, Psuche. Psuche Doula. hit her channel, hit her channel, hit her channel, hit the like button. She'll
Thank
be
you
dropping
guys.
content. We'll be back. So
We're
look out
definitely
for us doing readings.
back.
Look out for us doing readings. And that's that. Yeah, and I'll let y'all know when we come back, when she's coming back and things like that. But yeah, y'all got two coming for me tomorrow, so check me out. Whoa, anything you want to say to the family, Psuche? Where to reach you, anything like that?
I mean, I think you covered all of that.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, also, I just dropped some clothing, my archetype line. So check it out. I wanted to wear it tonight, but the green on my green screen didn't work, but y'all will see it tomorrow. I'm gonna do something different. I figured it out. But y'all will see some of the clothing tomorrow. So if y'all want to purchase it, check it out. It's all custom made, custom imagery. And when you put it on, there is a vibration because literally these were downloaded from me to do. I downloaded designs, downloaded to put on. And Psuche, as you see, she is the model. And she told me as soon as she puts it on, you know, and once she feels it, and once I put them on myself, I got my samples.
Definitely.
I felt, you know what I'm saying? Even me putting this on, I feel it. So this isn't for sale yet, but it's coming. So this is one aspect of the line that's coming. So with that said, again, it's 2 minutes to 1. Peace, power, and prosperity. Rob Blackstorm with my special guest, Psuche Soul, and we out. Peace.